Hi, John the Van Guy again. I don't know what part this is, I'm losing count, but beautiful sunny day, and here I am living the dream. Show you how I've got on so far with putting the panels in this Morris Minor. Okay, a few tips I found on the way which might be useful to know if you're doing this sort of thing. I'll show you what I've done anyway. Those two panels I put in, one there, and the various things I had to do. Now you can see, can you? Yeah, where I've welded all the way along, and let's take you around here. They fit quite well in here. I had this edge to go to, which was quite useful for getting it lined up. This outer panel, because you've got to think that there's a thing bolts on here, a long rectangular piece bolts on here, which is kind of that's what you actually see. It's got to line up with the doors, so that was quite handy to have that there. And if you go away along at this end was another issue, and you can see this is gone at this end. This is the rear wing now. Now problem with doing this one, this is fiberglass. It's been bolted on. I'd hate to try and remove it. This has been beautifully sprayed, so nice spray job. I don't want to damage that. So what I did, I used an angle grinder, small angle grinder. I'll talk about those in a minute. To cut out some of the fiberglass so I can actually get at the steel, so I have something to weld to. Did a cardboard template, and then I used a thin metal this time. Before I've been using about 1.6, 1.8 metal. That's millimeter, probably about 14 gauge. So this is going to a much thinner metal, about 1 mil. It allows you to shape it easy actually. I put one in there and welded it so you can see that. Next thing was to do where the A and B pillars, where they actually meet these shelves I put in. There was no, cut them out and put new shapes in there. And again, this is there, and there. So all the pillars now are linked to the shelf, and yeah, this will all be hidden anyway, so I'm not really too worried about the looks. What I did find while I was doing all this was my little mini angle grinders are very useful when you're doing fiddly bits and you're having to cut and get into tight corners. This is one cheapo, which is a little mains one, wire one. Very good. Wheels nearly run out. This is also, I thought this was a bit of an indulgence, a plastic one. Sorry, plastic. Battery one. It comes with two 12-volt batteries, a real cheapo. Probably got it in Temu or Temu, is it? But yeah, very good actually. Very handy for those fiddly bits where you have to get into awkward corners and places and cutting small bits off. Okay, so yeah, I've got multiple, I don't know how many I've got now, but I like to have loads, and some of them are all in there. Forgive the mess. Right, so that's solid. What I've got to do to finish this off, I'm not going to put a new big plate in. I'm going to simply put a straight rectangular piece to link and weld it to that all the way along this piece, and I'll do it on the other side as well, and weld it to these. It looks like there's a gap between here all the way along. This is the rear, sort of part front, part rear. I have to put a piece panel across there, rectangular bit. I've actually soaked this in phosphoric acid actually. It looked a bit rusty, but it doesn't need replacing, it's solid enough. So that bit I didn't have to do. Okay. Oh, another thing, funnily enough, I found very useful. I thought it was a bit of an indulgence getting this thing. I think it was either Aldi or Parkside, I can't remember, but it was this little thing, a little grinder, a little sort of, bench grinder. And what I found very useful, the attachment on the end is like if you haven't got a Dremel, so it's like a little Dremel. It comes with a nice little kit there, and I've hardly used it, to be honest. But for this sort of thing, if you want to get into corners, if you want to rasp down, for instance, down here it was kind of gone, and I wanted to get rid of the paint in that groove, and it's very, very handy using. I won't swear on camera. Right. Using these, very handy to do that sort of thing. That's probably about all they're good for, to be honest, but that sort of thing for fiddly bits, quite useful. What I did, I made cardboard templates and then went to the bench, and might as well show you for what it's worth. I found a good approach to actually cutting these. My nibbler actually packed up on me, so I ended up resorting to angle grinding, cutting them all out with angle grinders anyway, cutting all the panels out, but it wasn't too difficult. What I tended to do was draw the pattern on the plate, clamp the plate to the bench, and simply using the angle grinder cut accordingly. Obviously, for all these things, use the safety gear, particularly, and I'm very bad at it, but particularly using glasses, because you can't replace your eyes easily. So it's just, I always have loads of glasses around, so I've got them. Also, I found these knee pads, daft as it may seem, and these big shoes, and a good leather jacket, which I got online for about Facebook Marketplace for about £15, I think. Very handy with doing lots of welding. A good leather jacket and all the gear, and a lot of kneeling. So having the proper gear is, like me, useful. And well, I'll carry on playing if that's okay with you. Bye.